Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming, playing Disciples Liberation. As per usual with this game at least, I'm going to continue from where I finished the last video. As you can see from the main character kind of development window, there's loads and loads of things I could check because there's new items I picked up. I find in general in this game, you won't need to keep changing your gear. Most of the things you'll pick up are not going to be that great even early on, and you'll know kind of if you pick up something, as with most games, there's a special colour for the epic ones and the great ones and all these, and the purple ones are epic. So if you pick up a purple item, you'll probably want to check out whether it's better than what you've got. But most of the items you pick up are this kind of thing. They've got a couple of strength or a couple of constitution. Let's see what these have. God, I haven't got anything new there anyway. So yeah, there's a sword there, gives you slightly more intelligence and power. How a sword gives you intelligence, I have no clue. Must be like a smartphone, it's a smart sword. Anyway, but most of these things are just, they're just things to pick up. They're not really worth worrying about. Like I said, when you pick up the epic things, or when you find a special quest or a chest or something and do something and get one of these, it's definitely worth checking whether it's a sword or a wearable item, whether you can better what you've got. But in general, you won't need to do this often. I wouldn't worry about checking this all the time. And over the land and the map, doing quests, finding chests, you'll end up with loads of this stuff, and you won't want to keep checking, and there's no need to. So anyway, there we are literally, and we're going to do the main quest item now, which is return to the castle. As I've said, you can do the side quests in any order you want. You can come back to them, but I'd always advise you to do them kind of in sync with the main quest, because otherwise you'll become over leveled and they become kind of boring to go back to if you do want to go back and just finish them, because you'll already have kind of over leveled yourself for them. So I suppose that's the same in mini games. So let's talk to this guard, see what he's gonna.
Strange. The prior ordered a holy hand to the gate.
So there's our priestess friend. I think we want to tell her we killed the guard because she probably won't like that.
Maybe the rebels got him. Can you still?
Yeah, let's lie. Sometimes it's good to lie. Why are you going to tell your new associate that you've killed somebody when she's obviously going to disapprove? Doesn't make any sense.
Of course.
Okay, so she can open the gate. That's great. So we didn't need him anyway. So he just died for limited reasons, as did many gate guards in the past, I'm sure. There's a health fountain. I don't think I really need it, but like I said, there's no drawback to using them when you find them, so you might as well. Especially if you're going into a dungeon area or something like that. There's a guy around there we could talk to. Let's talk to him, see what he's going to say. He's a dragon master, so that sounds... Okay, he's really... yeah, we'll just say something he wants to hear, because it doesn't matter. There's no point in disagreeing with people if there's no particular reason to. The same in life, the same in games. Yeah, evil's within us all, that's very true. Oh dear. Well, okay, so he wants to fight us because we didn't answer right, and he wanted us to say something like that evil's everywhere and we need to support you, and obviously because we didn't give the exact right answer he wanted, he wants to have a fight, which is a bit excessive, really. I mean, just because someone disagreed with you, it wasn't disagreeing immensely. We were just saying that the evil comes from within everybody, so he wants to have a fight. In this game, often, and I knew that when I started this line of conversation with him, you'll find these NPCs that want to talk, but especially the ones that look like they're in the army. Others as well, but they'll kind of be a fight option, and you can easily get into a fight with other NPCs without really intending to, like I just did, although I knew it was a possibility. So we can edit what we've got, see if we've got anything much better. We haven't got any more points. I think we'll just change her, that one, just to put in one of these shadow casters so I can show you what they do in game. We could add him, but we've got her. We don't really want her on the front line. So bear in mind when you set up your battle, you also want to make sure that the people you don't want on the front line, which is, for example, her, because she's a healer, basically, who has a long range attack, you don't want her on the front line. So make sure you put them in the right places. Sometimes you can, you'll want to, when you get more and more command points and you'll have more people in your army you'll want to sort of set up a kind of wall of front line so they can't literally just come steaming through and attack, but we haven't got that option at the moment because we haven't got any more command points. So we could put our good friend Orion in, but I think not. I think that we'd have to substitute, or can we put him in anyway? Let's just check. No. Oh, we can put him anyway. So yeah, I wasn't sure. So I couldn't remember actually. So yeah, we've got two. You're allowed 2 companions for 3 points. So we might as well always remember, like I couldn't remember. Or I've played this game so much. It's because I play too many games. So yeah, you can have 2 companions. They don't cost any leadership points. So if you've got space, and you will always have space, then you might as well have the most amount of companions you can have. I've only got 2, so they're the 2 we'll have. So there you go, we've got that. Always remember to save your lineup and then go back, and then you can play. There's no retreat option here. Like I said, that's rather random. You never quite know why, because we just walked up to him. So in another situation, we would be able to retreat. In this situation, we can't. And there's no way of knowing when that's going to happen or whether it's not. So it is what it is. So these battles, I mean, part of the fun of this game is the battles. The story's good and some of the characters are funny, but the battles are definitely part of the fun. It's always difficult later. I think when you get higher levels and you go to, like I said, you can do an automatic battle when you go to capture meals and gold mines, etc. And it's always kind of a bit of not a letdown, but I think you have to balance up how many times you want to just automatically capture things, because it can become kind of a click and push game. You with all games, any game where it offers you an automatic option in a battle, and there's plenty of games that do, then if you do that too often, you kind of are just running around chatting to people, because every battle that is slightly under your level, or you could win easily, you're just winning easily because you just press automatic victory. So I like the earn, and you aren't tempted. I mean, I do it, because sometimes you just want to get through, to the next part of the quest. But it's nice when you have to fight the battles, because they're all important. And like I said, you get XP for everything. So, okay, so as usual, there's the setup. There's a few not very good things. There's a thing over there, which is, what's that one? An inspired thing, but we won't probably get that because it's a long way away. So like I said, it's always very important to bear in mind which of your players, which of your army are going to go first. So in this case we can see that it's Orion and Aviana. It's usually them, but it's not always. Sometimes the enemy go first, sometimes she goes quite a way down the list. So I think we'll do the usual thing we do with him, and we'll make him invisible, because that's basically his thing. His attack is okay, but it's a much better attack if he's invisible. So we'll do that, and we'll get him to somewhere where he might be able to get around behind somebody. With her, they're going to move. Yeah, we'll put her there, because then she'll possibly encourage someone to walk across that not very good square. Maybe we can do something. No, we can't. Okay, we can't do anything with magic anyway, so we'll just leave it there. let them do their thing. I mean, you can see they've got one person on the back line, and they've got a few people, and they're high level. They're level 6, so it's not a gimme battle, but we've got more, and we've got more people on our back line, so we should be okay. Obviously, with him, the thing is always to try and flank people, but they don't. These base units don't do a great deal of damage, so
Holding the line.
we'll just do what we can do. That's all you can do. Do what you can do. And with him, we'll put him there basically because he won't be able to reach anyone to hit them. He hasn't got the movement points. If we put him there, they may go across that square to get a debuff, and it will stop them coming towards her. So that's the only reason. He won't be able to do anything other than block, but that's fine. Then our zombie fires some green goo, which is, like I said, that can accumulate over time. That's a useful thing, and later on you'll get other units you can put on the back line that are stronger and fire better things, or sometimes they fire multiple turns.
Breaking the line.
So you can see from this, like, their slightly high level baseline soldiers do more damage than ours. So we can move her here. Now there's two options really. We can hit him, or we can fire. Let's see what our attack would do. Not much. You can heal. I don't really want to use her heal, but if I don't, then he's going to die pretty soon. So I think we'll use that. Although it's a bit of a waste to heal one person. Okay, so this is the shadow cast. We have one on the back line, but I wanted to show you what they do because it's quite good, quite useful. Although they don't have a great power, they can be useful because they're very low points. They're 10 points to add to your army, 10 command points, so they're not much. You can always make up a small amount of spare points with using one of these. And what they do is, their first thing is they have a heal. That's useful. Because it's good to kind of heal, so that's useful because it means that you've got somebody else who can heal. The more people you have in your active battle that can heal, the better, because trust me, you'll need them. And she has a magic spell that heals. These priestesses do it, and she does it. So also they have this, which is a kind of shadow bolt, and it's not amazing. You can see it doesn't do a lot of damage, but what it does do is do damage to a couple of people, anyone in that whole row. So sometimes you can get 3 or 4 of them. So we'll use that. And like I said, the thing about these very low level army people you get is that they don't cost many command points. So even when you have the access to the level 3s or the level 4s, and they all cost like 30 plus, or 20, 30 depending on who they are, command points to add into your army. So there's a limit to the amount of them you can add, but it's always good to have some of these 10-point ones hanging around because they can be useful. These block, these base soldiers, these heal. It's these zombies and they fire goo, so they can all have a use. So now we've got her, and we want to see what we can do. We can do that multiple hit, but we can only get one of them, and there's nowhere we can really go where we can get 2, because if we went there, that's the bad debuff square to go on. We could hit him, but that's not going to be amazing. Have we got any magic we can do? We can heal. We've got things we can do, but I think we'll just hit them. I don't think we want to use mana, because I think we've got a limited amount left. And I don't think I found a mana fountain. And we've got him flanked, so we'll hit him. I don't think there's anything else we can really do. We can do one of these, maybe, but... okay. Fine, we'll just let her rest. Now he's got...
Now
attack from behind, which is the only thing he really does. But he does it well, because he does a lot of damage when he's cloaked. So it's good that we healed him a bit, because he was obviously going to get hit and he would probably have died. Now we've got the option of, he only has 1 hit point, he's only going to hit 1 time in his attack, so we might as well move him, because otherwise he's going to be sort of triple flanked by all these enemies. So we might as well move him to there, I think, and then he can still hit somebody. I don't want to put him there. Actually, I do want to put him there, because then he's going to have a flanking on a few of them, so I will put him there. And we can sort of try and wear that guy down. And they're getting shot by a zombie with the green goo. That's always useful. Like I said, the backline can be really useful. The heal things, the defense buffs they give you to start the whole battle, they last through the battle, they're very useful. And then these numerous different ones that fire arrows or spells during the battle each time they get a turn, and that, as you've seen, can be very useful. She's got her hit and we can kill him, which is good, because that's 1 less person to worry about and 1 less person they can use to be flanking us. And then we'll do another. Her attack isn't going to kill someone if you keep using it over and over again, but what it is useful to kill somebody off if they've already been damaged. So now we've got her, and now you can again see the benefit of that thing, because she can shoot through people, so that's useful. This spell, this shallow caster, would actually be very good if they were a higher level, because the things they do are quite handy, but because they're only a base level one, they never really get to where they can do lots of damage. But they would actually be very good if they could do that. And that's her lot. So we're doing okay. We've killed 1. They'll probably kill that soldier that's already not feeling very well, but whatever. So we've got that same choice again. We can hit him. We could heal him if we've got magic. I think we'll heal him, because while he's there, even if they're going to keep killing him, it's 1 more thing they can keep having to concentrate on rather than killing us, so that's fine. He'll end up using, like I said in one of the other previous videos, you'll end up using some of these, especially these soldiers. You'll use them as basically decoys. You just end up getting them hit and hit and hit, and that's the whole point. You'll just get them hit a lot. Now I don't really want him there, because that guy's behind him. He can't go cloaked again, so he might as well just go around the back of this one and do a hit. And again, his hit's not amazing, but it's fine. They'll probably kill one of these soldiers at some point, but we expect that. And now I will show you another thing. I think I could, well, let's see, we could fire that, which is okay. Like I said, it's a bit like the priestess. It would be good if they were both pretty much gone, but they're not. Or we could heal him, which we will do. And like I said, she does better healing than she does killing, so that's useful.
I will carve his sword on you. I call on his holy fury.
And basically what I'm doing in this is what you end up doing in quite a lot of these battles. You're trying to protect your better assets. So by that I mean your own character, your other main characters. Although they don't die, they will be injured or have to recover. I think if they die in the battle, they come back with 10 hit points. So it takes them a while to recover unless you find a health fountain. So or obviously they'll be out of this round in this battle, so then you can lose. So we're trying to protect them. So there's no point in him running around everywhere. He might as well just hit that guy, and we'll just go through a few hits. He can't really do much, but then actually I'll bring him back, because we don't want anyone to be flanked. Flanking is bad. Well, it's bad when they do it, it's not bad when we do it.
We will be victorious.
As you can see, just to make the point, he's going to flank us. Okay, now she's only got her hit, but that's fine, so we'll just use her to... If possible, and you can find someone who's got multiple turns of using an attack, then don't move them, because once they've moved they won't have multiple turns, they'll just have one. So actually he's got 2 attacks in a turn, I'll just let her stand there, there's no point in moving it anywhere at all. And then he got a little bit healed, okay, so that's fine. And we get another go. Oh, we've been taunted, so that's why she hit first. We can hit him, it's not going to do much. I think we'll just do our invisible thing again and go around there, because he's much better when he hits from behind when he's cloaked. So yeah, we're gonna have to take a few risks with some of these, because otherwise no one's ever gonna get killed. So let's hit him. We can only hit him and he's got good health, that's fine, because we've kind of blocked him in a bit. And he can only hit him and he's got quite good health, so again that's good. Now she's got, again, that useful thing which gets more useful the more people are injured. So now you can see that front one of their units, which is not too far off dying, they're going to lose about half their health that's left. So that attack becomes more useful the more injured people are, so she can't do much more. I can move her back one, because these ones get injured quickly and she can still shoot from there, so that's fine. He's gonna hit a bit, and we've almost killed that one. Yeah, he died from green goo because he's already infected, so that's good. And now that makes the battle look a lot nicer, because now we've got, well, you can see we've got like 6 against 2 basically, so we might lose one soldier depending on, but it's all fine. In the early stages of these games, or to be honest, in any battle in this, you kind of expect to lose somebody somewhere. It's going to happen, so we can put him, actually we're going to put her there, because that's going to stop that guy running through our priestess, and we don't want that, so we'll do that. And now it's just going to be a kind of grind off. See, he does a lot of damage from when he's cloaked, so I would always suggest with that him, or Orion, you always want him cloaked. He could hit again if there was someone near. You can see he's got another point, but he's not near enough, so there's no point, because he won't be able to get all around there. And there's only one of them to kill, so as I said before, you don't need to kill their back line. The back line's just there, and if you've killed everybody else, they just end up watching, spectating. They can't come down from their back line and do anything. Actually, I remember the first time I ever played this, and I was playing a battle, I was kind of waiting for the players in the immediate battle to be killed, the enemy, and I was waiting for their back line to suddenly come down and do something, and they didn't. So that was what I thought was going to happen originally, but it didn't. So okay. Oh, they've got 2. I forgot. They've got 2. Okay. We've infected him with green goo, and those never underestimate those long-term effects. So we're going to use our heal thing, because we don't really want any of them to die, and we can keep healing them up, and she gets another hit anyway. Yeah, never underestimate those ongoing effects. Actually, they can really be very, very useful.
On the offensive.
Because later on, you're going to end up with some very difficult battles. Like I said before, this game, the enemies level up kind of parallel to you, so I think that's very good. You don't end up under-leveled, and they don't end up under-leveled or over-leveled, so it's very balanced. but you'll be in battles that are tough, and one of the ways you'll defeat difficult enemies is to inflict some ongoing burning, poisoned, whatever on them, and over time that will wear them down. So that's always a good thing. He's got no more he can do, and there's no point in moving him. She will have, again, see, she's going to be able to do that thing. People that can do abilities from behind other people are always useful. There you can see she can kill him, and those kind of units are fantastic for finishing people off. So now we've got one. And we might as well, yeah, we're going to move around there, because if we flank him we'll get a good hit. We'll put him here because that'll mean that other soldier who's got the turn next can move forward and hit him from there, flanking him, so we might as well move him there and just hit generally. This soldier is lasting a very long time, isn't he? I think he's getting healed from the back club, not really paying attention to what their back line's been doing, but yeah, he needs to die. So we're going to move in and really grind him down now, because now we've got him flanked always round, and we've got both our ranged attack units waiting, where he can't get them really, or he could, but now they're both leveled, they're both high health, so it doesn't really matter. And we can shoot him from safety, and she's going to have a shot from there, and that might just do it. What do you think? Yeah. She made my point perfectly. So yeah, those kind of units are really good for finishing people off, especially when you've kind of got them cornered or blocked, or they're behind things, behind your own troops, and someone's on low health. Those units that don't do much damage when you're actually just trying to kill somebody outright, they would be very difficult to use as a only attack. But when you've already used your stronger units and your backline to kill people off, they're very useful for finishing them. So there you go, we've got 875 in coins and some boots, which I'm sure aren't spectacular, but we'll have them anyway. Why not? Someone offers you free boots, well, what are you going to do? So that was quite a good battle in that we didn't lose anybody at all. And that was, you get more used to, like, they had level 6 and there was, I think, 5 or 4 of them, and 5. And they would have been quite a challenge, but once you get into how to move your particular units and what you're trying to do, it's easier. I think that's like most games, whether they're turn-based or not. Once you get used to your units, once you get used to, each unit's different, so once you get more units adjusted to how you'll want to use them and what they do and what they bring to the table. But once you get used to what things do, especially the ones you want to use a lot, it becomes much easier. So the paladin falls at your feet, his last request, blood spills from his mouth, that sounds nice. She must be stopped. He's probably talking about us. Okay, so he actually wants to kill a dragon, but he was a dragon slayer or something, and he's given us some antidote or some poison to kill a dragon. That's nice. So it's another side quest which we will do at some point probably. And you see, you know, they're quite funny in games. He didn't need to die. We didn't want to fight him. We didn't have anything against him. We tried to kind of be quite genial with his beliefs. We didn't really challenge him, and we just tried to be neutral, and he wanted to fight us, and out of that he died, and he can't finish his main quest mission at all. So that was all a bit stupid of him. Maybe he just wanted to make a point, I don't know. Very strange. So we'll go and just check out this, because I'm here now. We'll check out what's going to happen in the castle. We don't really want to fight another person just yet. Like I said, you can see there's always plenty of people you can fight, and sometimes you can do it, you might want to do it, and sometimes you, just like this, we've got a few people that are still all low on health. We haven't found another health fountain, we haven't found a mana fountain. If you find these things, pick them up. I would say sometimes pick them up as quick as you can, because you never know whether you'll need to leave the area quickly. So there's some gold, that's nice, we'll have that. And this is the person we've come to speak to. Prior stands above the scene around you, unaffected by the suffering. Decide a horrifying abomination, why couldn't I say that, of soldiers stand motionless as black rock. Okay. Sounds lovely.
My holy hand has been murdered, and word is you reached Equishime with incident. It is a relief to see you, Sister Coruscant.
It's funny, you can hear, if you can hear how he talks, they talk in this really exaggerated, kind of over the top way, which is really good, it suits the game. So our priestess friend, Coruscant, is going to have a chat.
I presumed them dead, but one survived, thanks to this woman, Aviana.
And she's going to vouch for us and say we're great, although we've kind of just killed a paladin.
I've heard the stories. They're quite fantastic. And tell me, what of the rebels you were dispatched to purify?
I'm not a voice actor, you can tell. But I think the people who did the voicing for this game must have had a lot of fun.
After the death of the beast, she incited celebration. I believe good news and drink have softened their view of us. Their leader, a man named Jourdain, is crass, but he may be willing to listen.
Very good, Sister Coruscant. A holy hand is a busy hand, and you
okay, so
have
he's...
attention, Aviana.
Why are we here?
Enlighten me.
I don't think we seek an alliance. We don't want to tell him he's crazy. And as I said, in these questions, sometimes they don't matter. Sometimes they drag on for things you don't really want to know, and sometimes they're very important. They can end in a fight or in the wrong choice. Seek an alliance with you, do we? Or do we seek an alliance with the king? Let's say
I came to meet the mercenary king.
We did, that's true, so we'll be honest. Honesty is the best policy sometimes, but as I said before, we lied to somebody early on because you have to kind of balance.
Power is not shared. It is fear itself. Those that feel it, and those that incite it.
Oh, okay.
Fire burned in their hearts until this ghost of the veil, for instance. It was nowhere.
It was no were-leopard. That doesn't sound nice. I don't want to find a were-leopard.
Or rather, him. Inquisitor Regent. He knows something you clearly need to learn. The rebels, the whole of the Empire, will tear themselves apart.
The Inquisitor Regent doesn't sound like someone you want to meet. It just doesn't have Inquisitor anybody. Doesn't sound like someone you really want to meet. But okay, we've got no choice. It doesn't even look like someone we want to meet. But anyway.
War is coming to these lands. Not petty rebellion, not infighting. War.
Prior.
Quiet, Coruscant. I mourn your sisters and all wounded. I truly do. But these rebels,
because they're having a kind of disagreement, let them sort it out between themselves, her and him. We don't want to get involved.
Sacrifices had to be made, and so I made them. All flesh is a temporary thing. I assure you theirs was honored.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Prior, the rebels are emboldened after the death of that beast.
So he's kind of brought this on himself. He kind of interfered and sort of let people die, and now they're after him.
Thirst for freedom. They thirst for blood.
Well, yeah, you've shed enough blood. You just admitted it, so that's why.
This is your doing, Aviana. If it's alliance you want, prove it.
Please, Aviana. He's right. We may seem cruel to you, but I've seen the rebels fight. They're far worse.
So yeah, you can see it. Now there's a really interesting game in that, because one of the things I really like about this game is that the way things pan out and the moral choices and the dialogue itself is never black and white. I mean, we started that. We'd lied to her about killing a guard. We then killed a paladin, which we did. Then we got inside, talked to him. He at first thought we were great. Then it came out in conversation that he's really not that holy and he'd set some people up to get killed because he thought he was doing the right thing. And now she wants us to help him kill some rebels because she thinks it's the right thing. So it's actually really like real life, to be honest, because that's how real life works. It's never black and white. You're never the hero and everyone thinks you're great. You can start one course of action and think it's good, and it can end up being wrong, or you can end up thinking you did the wrong thing. And so I like that about this game a lot.
But first, help us.
So they're going to explain, but first help us kill some people. We don't want to charge them, we don't need the money, and that's just a bit. There's quite a few options in this game where you can say to somebody, we're in it for money, but to be honest, unless you really need the money, I never do that because there's no point. I don't know whether that will affect our relationship with them. And like I said, she's one of our companions now, so we don't really want to piss her off or upset her by charging her, and we don't need the money. So, and we certainly don't really want to say, you may want to say, like I said, everyone can play differently, and I've never done that in this playthrough, and I've only played through from the beginning of this game twice, but it'd be very interesting to see what would happen if you said I'm with the rebels, because I'm assuming you'd have to fight him, and I don't know whether she'd turn on you as well, but we're going to say I'm with you.
Just we all die. Fight them back as long as you can. I'll find their base and kill them. The rebellion
so
ends today.
we're going to defend them, although both of them are morally ambiguous because they both deplore one type of killing and then suggest we go and kill other people because it suits their cause or because they think it's right. So, and obviously the rebels are doing nothing different to what they're doing. They believe they're right and they're rebels, so they're killing. These people want to kill people, and so there's no right and wrong in it, and we've been kind of forced into picking a side. And now we've got to go and find the rebel encampment and kill them. We've leveled up. And yeah, like I said, I think that there's so many games, and I'm not talking about turn-based games, whether it's real RPGs, turn-based, whatever. There's so many games, XCOM's one, it's very morally straightforward. You're killing the aliens, and Cyberpunk, although there's some slightly morally bad choices, same with The Witcher, you're basically the good guys, and you might do something slightly wrong, but you're still the good guys. But in this, you're not really ever the good guy, or you're, at best, you're kind of treading a tightrope between good and bad, and you're making choices that some will really deficit other people, and you're killing people that are fighting for their own causes. They're not evil, they're not demons, they're not monsters, they're not the mafia, they're not gangsters, they're people that are fighting for their own beliefs, and you're killing them. So this game, at very best, grey, and at the most, you're actually the bad one, and you're going around killing people to set up your own kingdom and castle and take power.
Avi, the rebels will be slaughtered without us. It's not too late. Let's head south and take out the Veil.
You can't mean we betray our oath to the Prior.
That's exactly what I mean.
See, even now, and that again, I really like in this game. In so many games, all types of games, you'll make a decision, and that's a decision. But in this game, because we have contradictory people in our units, in our army, one will say, let's do one thing, and we've come out of that, talk to the Prior, we're going to go and kill the rebels. But then our friend Orion, who's our long-term friend, he's quite happy to say, no, let's not do that, let's go and help the rebels and kill the Veil. So, and that's really good, because even if you make one choice, suddenly one of your characters can turn around and say, no, let's not. So it's always choices, and if we agree with him, that doesn't make that wrong. It just means she's going to be upset, and if we agree with her...
Enough. Mount and follow me.
He'll be upset. I would say that because, and that's again like real life actually, because he's our friend, during how this game goes in general, if you disagree with him, he's still our friend. So he will always kind of be there and support us, whereas the other characters aren't really our friends, and what they want to do can really affect our relationship with them and what they do. So yeah, like I said, one of there's many things about this game that are very good. One of them is the graphics, the way it's done, the way the characters are portrayed. I think the dialogue is really good. The way the voice acting is done for the game is fantastic. The battles are fun. The way the enemy level up against you keeps it all even. That's really good. There's plenty to do. There's always new quests. There's always main quests. There's always new characters to find. I really like the moral ambiguity and the fact that even when you make one decision, very quickly it can seem like the wrong decision. You're constantly being asked by different companions and different characters, NPCs, etc. Are you sure you want to do that? Do you want to do this instead? And that's really good. And you're never all good or all bad. I don't think in this game, whatever angle you played it, it would be actually possible to be all good or all bad, but it's not that kind of game, and that's great because life isn't like that. So yeah, it's really good. Now we will go off at some point to sort out the rebels. I'll finish this video now because it's been quite long. I've already done a battle, and I just wanted to, we'll go there, so there you go, Hell Fountain, we'll just have that because a few of our people are a bit the worse for wear. But because we went to the main mission thing and we got like a good bit of dialogue, I wanted to explain kind of how the game works a bit more, and the way that the inputs you make and the choices you make really do not just have an impact, but how they're not just you make a choice and you are then forced to follow that path, but how you make a choice and very quickly you can be asked to make a slightly different choice, or the choice you make literally in the same conversation can suddenly turn around, like with that prior who was 1 minute saying we were great, then he's blaming us for what happened and wants us to go and do this. So it's always ongoing in the way your character is perceived by others and by how your companions perceive you and how NPCs and the different factions perceive you, and I think that's really good. It's very, very well done. Anyway, I'll end this video now. Thanks for watching. I think I will leave Disciples Liberation for a while. I think I've done all I can do at this level without just going through more battles. I've added new characters, I've explained the mechanics, I'll explain what I think of the actual overall game. I will probably do a little video about Watch Dogs Legions because I like to drop that in every so often with another little video about some various thoughts I had about that. And the next game I'm going to be playing new to the channel will be a game called Age of Wonders Planetfall, which I picked up recently. It's another turn-based game. It's a different kind of turn-based game to this, and it's a different kind of turn-based game to the games like XCOM or Phoenix Point. And I'll be giving that a little introduction and a little playthrough shortly. So anyway, thanks for watching and take care for now. Bye.